G'day everyone, welcome to Xrissart, and hello friends, hello Cherry, hello Pam, nice to see you here. Okay, now new project. At the moment I'm calling it Magic Mushroom. It's not going to be the name of it, but I have to refer to it sometimes, and I've just called it Magic Mushrooms. And this is a project that is on Pastelmat, and it is 51 centimeters by 40 centimeters, so it's a good size, and it's surreal. It's surreal, and you can probably see that there's like a girl here, and she's looking into something. I can tell you she's looking into her reflection, but you might not be able to see it with all of this gibberish. Hello Oksana, hello my dear, how you going? Nice to see you here. Okay, and so, and you know, there are chess pieces and funny trees, who knows what it is. So I'm going to get with the program and start. I hope all is well with everyone. Oh, g'day Angie, hello. I better put my glasses on so I can see and read what's going on. Oh yeah, that's better, I think. I'll just pop out the chat as well. G'day Rebecca, hello my dear, how you going? Nice to see you here. Okay, all right, I think this is better here. I can see that's better. Okay, cool. All right. I hope, okay, it's going to be magical. Yes. Let's see what happens. Okay. What I will do though is I will put my soft, I'll put a, yeah, I don't want to damage the surface, so, because there's teeth underneath this, so that's why I do that. But, yep, and so here we go. All right, now I could use my big brush with this one, but it is really big, this portion. So I wanted to get the background down really quickly, and of course the brushes are always slower. So I thought I'll just yeah, I'll use the sponge. Now this is a sponge that is like, I've used it and washed it, and it looks a bit decrepit now, but that's how it's stained. Oh, g'day Chandri, hello. Louise, hello, nice to see you here. Have I mentioned everyone? Yes, I have. Cool. All right, yeah. So now this concept, I've created this from this is a concept that I've created, and the references I've used are Pixabay. So, you know, there's lots of interesting images, and they're, you know, like high resolution, which is always something that I'm always after all the time. So head on over. And of course they're royalty free, and you can use them any way you want. Now you can't see it on screen, but this is there's like a little dot here. Now this is an old problem which happened with some of the Pastelmat, which I remember people were complaining about. Now I had bought this this particular sheet a while back when all that was happening, so I have to deal with that at some point, or I can easily just cut that off. So yeah, that's a pain, isn't it? Okay, oh wonderful, thanks Rebecca. Yeah. Oh Debbie, hello, how you going? G'day. Yes, so now I have got a few unfinished ones, but they're nearly finished. So I thought, rather than me finish them on screen here or online, I thought, look, it's better if I just start another one and finish my other one with it, which is, you know, I need to do details. That's why I'm starting this one. Yes. Hello Marcy, hello, hi. I really need this escape into surrealism tonight. So glad you are streaming. Well, I'm glad you're here. And hello, Nolani. Hello there. How you going? Nice to see you here. Nice to see you here. Now, I was just wondering, I was just, while I was sitting here waiting for the stream, waiting to get onto the stream, I was just thinking about, I'm always thinking about art. There's no two ways about it. Oh gosh, I'm living and breathing it. I love it so much. Even like the mediums that I'm not good at, or I haven't mastered yet, but it's always on the cards. I was just thinking about mediums and what like the mediums and what I could be painting with certain mediums, and because I was looking at some of the paintings or some of the concepts that I've created, and I'm thinking, ooh, that would look lovely in watercolor. Yeah, but it's probably because I would need to concentrate quite a bit on that, so I probably wouldn't do it on live stream, or I would. I mean, you normally see my all my hits and misses, but I definitely need concentration when it comes to something that I don't normally use, and then once I feel I'm okay, then I just go ahead and would go on stream. But to be honest, I think most of the times I go, you see me with all my trials and tribulations. Abigail, hello, how you going? So which leads me to the question, what medium would you like, what medium would you like to try next in a project? That's something that that's an interesting question. Oh, Jenny, hello. Carol, hello. How you going? I hope everyone has recovered from last week's live stream. I think we all had a good time. I was very, very lucky to have Will on stream and critiquing our portraits and wonderful things like that. So it was really, really nice. And really, really nice to see you all there as well. Karen, hello. Don't forget to thumbs. Oh, aren't you a sweetheart? Thank you so much, Karen. Yes, it does help the channel. That's so nice. Yes, and I like to think that we do have fun. So that's, yes. Now the anthracite colour that I'm using here is the black one, not the black one, the charcoal. It's not black, what am I saying? I find, oh, there's a streak there. Now why is that streak there? I find using the darker colours, especially when you want to put coverage like this, when you want coverage, and especially if you've got dark backgrounds, I suppose the way to go if you're choosing a colour for a surface on Pastelmat, I would go with the darker ones. Yes, Pam says watercolour. Rebecca says, I love watercolor but can't seem to master it. Oh yeah, it's got a mind of its own. I do okay with watercolor pencils. Well, there you go, because the watercolor pencils are a little bit, you've got just a little bit more control, haven't you? Yes. Oh, g'day Janice, you made it. That thing got postponed, so I'm here. Oh, okay, all right, no worries, all good. Thank you. Oh, and I just wanted to say thank you to Janice, who's moderating the stream today. All good. Yes, Carol says watercolor. Watercolor would be great. Yes, yeah. I think watercolor, and that's my next one that I want to master. I desperately want to do that. Yes, most definite. Angie says yes, it was. Oh, okay. You joined the art club, so pulling out color pencils for the next project. Woohoo! Yes, no, you'll find that Will is absolutely wonderful. He's such a good teacher. Yes. Yes. And he's so supportive of us all, isn't he? He's very good. Yeah, he's very good with us. Marcy says, I've nearly got my studio together. Woohoo! I'm going. Okay, I'm going finally. I'm going finally giving. Oh, you're going to give Tempera paints a whirl. Oh, yes, yes. That's such a traditional. That is such a. I think apart from the oils, it's such a traditional. You know, medium. It's quite an old medium. Yes. Okay. I'm trying Sumi Chinese ink. Very zen. Ooh. Are you also, Carol? Have you got those special brushes? You know, those Chinese brushes. Or they're really delicate and they look very, very nice. Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what, Abigail? Out of all of us here, you just go for it. I know you, and you're always showing us. You're showing us, you know, all the lovely mediums that you're attacking, which is so cool. So cool. Pam, you joined the art club too. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Yeah. You'll get a lot out of that as well. Okay. Oh, hang on. I think I need something here. I've forgotten here. Got to make sure that I've covered everything. Yes. Well, I tell you what, when you try this Chinese, those watercolors, Carol, you should upload it into Share Your Art with Xrissart, and you know, you know, let us know how you're going with it. Tempera makes me think of Mr. Bean. It is pigment mixed. I know, with eggs. You know what? I know that it is. I know that that's what it is, and I can't. It's very hard to. Just very hard to understand. I mean, I suppose when you talk about oil paints, you know, they use oil. Okay, oils like you know, like vegetable oils, like, you know, linseed oil and stuff like that, and you would think, well, you know, that's organic, but egg, yeah, it's really unusual. Okay, I just got a book of Andrew Wyeth's work. His tempera paintings are gorgeous. Well, you know what? You're only limited by your own imagination and what you can do with all of the, what you can do, you know, with medium and ideas and concepts. So I say go for it. Okay, Carol says no. I bought a high quality watercolor. Oh, no, I bought high quality water brushes, so I use them. Oh, I understand. But buying more art supplies, of course. But buying more art supplies, of course. Okay. Well, interesting. Now that we're on that subject, what is the latest art supply that you have bought? That would be interesting. Yes. Okay, I'm going to put these aside. Can anyone explain how the better brands of watercolor makes a difference? It is just brightness of color, or do they help with ease of use? dare I say it, it's I suppose it's the way that they're milled, M-I-L-L-E-D, the pigments, how they're milled. It all depends on, dare I say it, the binders, how much binders they use, the quality of the pigment. You'll find that the student quality, as opposed to the professional quality, you'll find that, say, in a tube, say if we're trying to quantify here, I'm not saying that the PanPastel is the case, but just say, for example, this was a tube of paint, maybe a quarter of this is pigment, and then the rest is binder with whatever stuff that they put in there. So, you know, and then, yeah, there's that. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah. Is it still made with eggs? Interesting. The tempera, who knows, Janice? I wonder. And Cherry says, have you seen the next pastel project in the art club? Okay. Oh, okay. We're asking about the art club. Not yet. Oh, Nanette, hello. Coming to you from Iceland. I was thinking about you, and I'm thinking, is she there or is she not? You have to tell us about it. You have to tell us about Iceland. And how long are you there till? Which would be interesting. Wow, Iceland. So what time is it there? Gosh, it must be in the middle of the night. Surely. Wow, Nanette, that's wonderful. Gosh, I'm so jealous. Okay. Okay, Angie said, okay, not yet. Okay, I've learnt, Carol says, I've learnt, as with all mediums, paper and brushes are the critical bit in watercolor. Yes, I agree 1,000,000,000%. I always talk about the surface. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, surface is everything. As it is with all mediums, isn't it? Yep. I mean, watercolor, even more so, because it's translucent. You know what I mean? And in some cases, you can see right through to the to the paper, the white of the paper when you're trying to paint white. Yes. Yeah. Avocat says, yeah, that is interesting. Okay. I also thought it was the. Are we talking the egg? Oh, okay. I missed something. Okay. Oh, Marcy says, I was surprised to learn that the yolk is the binder. Wow. I always thought it was the whites. Okay. That's interesting. Well, you know what? I suppose if you've eaten an egg, right? If you've eaten an egg and you go to wash it in this, like if you've eaten it, say, bacon and eggs or something, and there's a plate, and there's a bit of residual of egg yolk. Have you found that when you're trying to wash the plate, you are struggling a little bit to get the egg yolk off the plate? So I would imagine that's using the egg yolk would be the binder, or making things stick. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't know, but it just makes sense when you think about it like that. And Louise says, better pigment ratio to binder. There you go. Quality materials, archival and light, fast longevity. There you go. Rebecca, that's a very good way to describe the difference. Yes. Yeah. You'll have to excuse me. My hubby's outside. He's getting he's out in the garden and we're doing all sorts of things here. So if you hear any noises and stuff like that, that's what it is. So I just have to yeah. Oh, okay. It's 10:08. Oh, okay. About 20 past 10 in the evening. Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. Okay. Okay, what watercolor brushes do you suggest? Oh, wow. Well, for the watercolor artists, I would leave it to you to answer that. But a lot of people would say Squirrel, let me see, the Da Vinci watercolor brushes. They're expensive though. But then, you know, there are some man-made ones which are really, really cool. Oh, look, with brushes, oh my gosh, you would get confused. You would get confused. I think it all depends what your price range is, because sometimes you could spend a lot of money on just one watercolor brush. Truly, it can go $50, $60, $100. It all depends. But I would say, I know Winsor Newton have got some lovely watercolor brushes. I think it's Raphael have got some. I know Da Vinci have got some beautiful ones. Whether you get the squirrel or the animal hair, as opposed to the synthetic, which are in some cases are really good too. And I've actually bought more synthetic than real, but I do have a few real. I find that, but the real, like the squirrel, say for example, holds the water. It holds the water. That's the difference. Okay. Oh, Pam, you just bought the 60-piece Carbothello pastel pens. Oh, you're going to love those. Yes. Okay. And Oksana says, I think it comes down to high-grade art quality supplies. Yeah. It makes such a huge difference no matter... Yes. Oh, look, I agree as well. I agree. Look, there's that streak. I don't know if you... Oh, you can't see it. Bloody hell. What happened there? I didn't do anything to that. I don't understand sometimes. Anyway. Miguel, hi. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, how you going? Nice to see you here, sweetheart. I like it when family come in. Okay. Yes, I know what you mean exactly. Okay. Louise says, sorry, watercolors. Okay, sorry, watercolors was the first word. Oh, okay. Oh, hang on, sorry, I have to go back. Okay, watercolors are both transparent and semi-transparent, and some have the grainy effect due to separation of some materials. Yes, watercolor artists use that for effects. There you go. Rebecca, that one. Oh, so Abigail says Kalinsky. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Da Vinci. Yes, there you go. Thank you, Abigail. Yeah. Carol says, I use black velvet. Yes, I've also seen those. I haven't bought them, but I want them. Only because the watercolor tutorials I follow suggested them. Yes, I know. But they look beautiful. Anyway, sometimes, like, I just buy the brush and I just want to look at it. I just want to look at it. I know, that's just so weird. Oh, dear. Okay, I'm going to change sponges here. Okay, this is my horizon line, so it's just down here, using the lighter bit there. Oksana says, Chrissy, what's your favourite part in creating your painting? Is it the background? Is it story driven? Is it playing with pastels? Or other reasons? Oh, I love this question. Okay, what is your favourite part of creating the painting? You know what happens? First of all, I enjoy the concept. I enjoy creating concepts. That's one thing which I really, really like a lot. I like that a lot. Simply because it allows me to venture out into just all sorts of ideas, and I don't put barriers on myself. The only barrier that I will put on is when I'm putting it together, I will look at it, and if it doesn't look nice to me, then I don't do it. I mean, it might not be the right way, you know, like the rule of thirds and all of that. That's not the first thing that comes to my mind when I'm creating something. Where I know it's important for many. For me, I don't put too much emphasis on that, because I want to be able to create and without any barriers, or you know, without anyone saying no, you can't do that. You know what I mean? No. So that's one thing. Is it the background, or is it story driven? Sometimes it is story driven, not always, because I don't know. I mean, it's always lovely. I mean, a picture paints 1,000 words. I know this saying is so resonating with so many artists and stuff like that. But sometimes it's story driven. And is it playing with pastels or other reasons? Well, I've been playing with pastels for a while, and I always enjoy creating new techniques and new ways to do things. So yes, it's more so the favorite part is creating the concept, and yeah, then comes the story, I think, if it's going to have a story. But definitely. Or sometimes when I'm creating a concept, a story comes in my mind too. Not always, but it does. It does sometimes. So yeah, good questions. I like those one. Miguel, is Mum doing more talking than finishing her art? Oh, here we go. Thank you very much, Rebecca. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, the ring. It's thank you very much. We love her to bits, says Oksana, because she pays attention to us and our comments. Oh, aren't you such a sweet lady for saying that? Okay. Carol says, art supplies are nice to look at. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Yes. Definitely. I need to mix, so hang on a sec. I need to mix here. There we go, that's the colour I'm after. Okay, Miguel. So sorry, Chrissy. When concept design, does your mind get tangled up with too many ideas? Not always. No, not sometimes, but not always. Because I'm in the playing stage, and I don't, and the reason why, and what I do is I do thumbnails, and I do lots of thumbnails, and I chop and change, and then when I'm putting these, when I'm putting these things together, and there's lots of little thumbnails, and I have a look at which one looks better. I take out, take in. Pull out, put in. Yeah. But when I'm in that mode, or when I'm in that thinking mode, oh yeah, I just let it rip. I don't worry about anything. I just, yeah. But the short answer is no, it doesn't. But maybe it should. I can see Scott. Okay. Oksana says, I can see strong concepts in your artwork. Yes, in some instances, most definitely. Plus, sometimes when I'm looking through some images, I already find things that I'm thinking, wow, I wish I'd thought of that. And I sometimes think to myself, I could have done something like that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, well, you know what? I don't have to create it. It's already done for me. Yeah. Oh, Kathy, hello. How you going? Okay, I'm totally devoted to. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Oh, that's very nice of you to say that. Thank you very much. Yes, we do, and that's a segue into me talking about Patreon. Just for a few seconds, not much. For all of those who are, not who already know me, of course, but who are just finding me out. I do have a Patreon where I help you to build. One of the main things that I tried to do in this channel is to build your confidence more so than anything else. And then, of course, we do real-time, step-by-step projects. We do. There's one which is a step-by-step, and then I live stream twice a week on Patreon, and that you can also view these, if you're a patron, view these at any time at your leisure. The Monday night is the tutorial night, and the Tuesday night that I live stream is my personal project, where you get to see how I do how I do my artwork, and in those you will see me cut up brushes, discover new techniques, show you new techniques, and I do mainly surreal projects, but incorporating real subjects. So yeah. So yes. And what I might do, let me see if I can, I'll put that in the chat. Here we go. Just give me a moment. Oh, sorry, hang on a sec. Control V. And that's my Patreon. And for those who are not on Share Your Art with Xrissart, I'll also put a link. I'll also put a link in for that, where we continue the conversation, and become a member. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's never enough time, and the older I get, the more I feel there is less and less. Oh, look, that is me for sure. So I'm going to make sure that I try to get as much in as possible. No, don't worry, Janice. Don't worry at all about that. You are fine. You are fine. Okay, where am I? Where's my sponge? Oh, it's in front of me. Yes. So. Now this looks very messy, so don't worry. It will for a very long time, and it will not make sense, as you know. Yes. Hang on. Oh yes, if we only had more time. That is always our problem, isn't it? time. Silke, hello Silke. Hello, how you going? I can only stay a short time because I'm waiting for the farrier. Okay, no problem, no problem. Nice to see you here. I hope you are well. Okay. Yes. And of course I've got masking film at the moment, so I can freely put down the pastel. Abigail says, Chrissy, have you thought of selling your art to an image bank? The lady with the green feathers would really be appreciated. Oh, how do I do that? Image bank. Your art to an image bank. Oh, you mean like uploading it to Pixabay? Is that what you mean? That kind of thing? Is that what it is? Is that what you mean? That's a good idea. A very good idea. I'm curious to know, Oksana says, I'm curious to know how many of you do art planning, like putting your ideas into an organizer some sort. Yeah, I do. I do. I've got not so much of an organizer, but like I've got a special folder where I put all my ideas like in little folders, and so then I put all the images together so I know what images I've used. So because sometimes, because I always like to look at the original image, and so when I go to zoom in I can get all the details. But I've got a special folder, not so much of an organizer, but I have got a folder that I use, and I've got a whole heap of concepts that I've thought of like years, like 4 or 5 years gone back, and I'm thinking, oh yes, I must go. And then when I go back and have a look, I go, oh yes, I must do that. You know what I mean? So, and then what happens then, I sometimes then when I recall the message, I tweak it. Yeah, that's what I do as well. Yes. So I do that. Oh, bugger, this is gone. Yeah. Yes. But that's a very good thing to do, yes, to have, if you're doing that. Okay, Rebecca says, I have no idea where my entire life went. Oh, I know. I know. It just flies. I think the years go by so quick. They just fly. Adobe, okay. Adobe has their own image bank. So do you mean for me to have an image bank? Selling your art? Oh, okay. Do you mean like have my own image bank? Or selling? Oh, that's a good idea. Anyway, maybe. Oh gosh. Well, wow. Oh, okay. Oh, you've given me another idea. I'm going to write this down. Image bank. Image bank. It's a very good idea. Okay. Silke says, does anyone sell their art on print on demand sites? Like, yes, I do. I do on Redbubble. Actually, you know what's really interesting? Funny, Silke, that you should say that. Yes, I do, and I've gotten prints, and like on Redbubble, you can even have metal prints, which are really cool. But yes, I do. I haven't updated it as much, and so that's one thing that I should do. Time. But yes, yeah, I do. Okay. Okay. I honestly only tried Fine Art America, says Oksana. I put a few on there and no luck. Must be doing something wrong, or my art doesn't really speak for... No, it's not that. Once you put your prints on like a platform like that, you've got to push it. You've got to push it. There are some people that do find you, like that's happened to me, and I'm thinking, oh, someone's actually bought a print, or they've made, they've done something. But what it is, I don't push it as much. You've got to always be marketing. It's all about marketing. Push, push, push. And then how far do you go without being a pain in the backside about it? Do you know what I mean? So look, I put up my hand. I'm not very good at marketing myself, and I've got to become much better at it. So it's all about pushing it, just pushing it, and that's what you've got to do. Because I tell you what, this is really interesting. It's interesting that you've said that. What I've on Redbubble, you can buy clothing, you name it, pillows, wall hangings. Oh my gosh, the list is endless. So I purchased this week a desk mat from Redbubble because I want to see what the quality's like, and I also purchased an apron with my artwork on it. So when it comes in, I'm actually going to wear it, and I'll show you when I wear it, because what I'd like to do is just to constantly wear, my stuff, and that's how I promote my stuff on Redbubble. That's how you would do it. Yeah. For example, let me see. Yeah. Okay. Janice says, I don't... Oh, this is regarding your having a special place to put your ideas. Janice says, I don't, but since I've started pouring, I'm taking a lot of notes. I even make little paintings in my journal book. Yes, there you go. That's another good way. So I know what I did if I ever want to recreate something similar. Yes. When you say folder, do you mean on computer? Yes, Carol. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, Abigail says, no, sell it to Adobe. If someone uses it, you get paid. Is that right? Like this one, for example. Hopefully. Like this one. Well, yes. Okay, I like that idea. Okay. So do they get to I'm just wondering, well, I'll have to research it, but I wonder, do they get to choose, do they get to view, or you just upload it? They must have to review, I suppose, because the quality on Adobe is just superb. Oh, superb quality images. So I guess that they would review them, wouldn't they? Yeah. Okay, Angie says, I have so many pictures, but putting a concept together is not easy. Well, and plus, you've got to be in the zone too, I suppose. Or maybe what you can do is start off with one image. This is how I would do it. And sometimes this is how I do it. I'll start off with one image that just makes me do a double take. And it could be a really interesting landscape. And then I go, ooh, and then like a picture starts to form. I go, wouldn't it be interesting if you put an eagle flying in that, in a cup? I don't know. Wouldn't it, do you know what I mean? And then you start building your ideas, and before you know it, there's your resource, and you can chop and change. Like if you know, you can go away and think about it a little bit, and then come, you know, and then come back, and that's what happens to me. That's how I do it, a lot like that. Okay. Okay. Does anyone? Yeah. Okay. Silk, and hang on, I saw something. Silke, what did you say? I saw it. Oh my God, I missed it. Okay. Do you have some success? I haven't had much, to be honest. That's honestly, I haven't had much success on Redbubble, and I know why that is. It's because I'm not pushing it. Could you imagine? There's like hundreds of thousands of stuff on there. How is anyone going to find you if you don't tell them? That's the whole point. And I always say that to myself. How is anyone going to find me if I don't tell them? Go find me there. You know, so there's that. Yep. Okay. Let me go further up. Let me see if I missed anything. Okay, putting in a folder. Yeah, putting in a folder is a good idea. Thank you, Chrissy. Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to put it in. Okay. I'm trying to, but it can get overwhelming. Any tips? Okay. I wonder if it's worth. Silke says, "Oh, you know what? It's more for. I wonder if it is worth it. But there are so many other artists out there. You know what? It's free. It's free. Putting your artwork up there is free. You don't have to pay. And of course, there are, you know, when someone buys your art, you know, you and Redbubble have got in case of the Redbubble, you know, you get a certain percentage of it, and then Redbubble get another certain percentage. Because remember, they'll take care of the material. They're going to print it. They're going to freight it. They're going to do everything. All you have to do is supply the image, and then you get a portion, you know, a certain percentage. It could be 20%, whatever. You can nominate. I put 20% on mine because I don't want things to be too expensive. So it's not, I'm not making a lot of money out of it, but that's because I'm not pushing it. So I've got to think ways to push certain things, but that's with everything that I do, you know, with, you know, like Patreon, for example. Like if I don't say that I'm on it, people won't know. But then how far do you go? That's the thing, without being, you know, annoying. That's the word. Okay. I do Redbubble too. Oh, do you, Pam? Oh, that's fantastic. Like for example, here we go. I'll show you. This is my phone cover. This is my phone cover. So I got this one from Redbubble. That's an example. So yeah. So these are the kinds of things that you can do. So there's an example. Yeah, phone covers, you name it. Oh my gosh. Stationery, stickers. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay, Oksana says, I think it's right. I think it's the right time. I would love to redesign my branding and have a larger art portfolio than I have at the moment. My hubby keeps saying to me, just create, woman. Yes. Yeah, just create. That's a very good tip. You should listen to him. But I think at some point you've got to think of your branding. When I first started, I did have a certain look, and I thought, oh no, I better start to think of a brand, or every time someone looks at that image that they know that that's mine. For example, like that. That is my thing. If you see the eye, I'm actually going to redesign. I'm actually going to make a logo, and but more vectorish, and use the eye, and that's going to be my logo. So that's coming, but it's all about that image and those colors. those colours, that yellow or that gold and that violet, which is one of my favourites. Let me see, what else have I got here? I just don't want to miss. Okay, I think from doing so many tutorials, my imagination is really suffering. Have you felt like this? Well, this is what I mean. I mean, at some point, and it's really good to do, to follow tutorials, absolutely. And it's good to, until you get the confidence to start, yeah. I mean, you'll do what's comfortable, okay? And what will happen is something will evolve. Things evolve, because when I started, I was doing pretty much the same thing. I did some tutorials, and but I was also thinking of concepts as well at the same time, because I used to do that when I was a young girl. But I was still trying to find my way. That's what I'm trying to say. Until I've narrowed it right down to surreal and fantasy. Yeah, and that's, I think that's my thing. You know, you've got to have, is it a thing? You don't have to have a thing, but if you've, you know, anyway. I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, let me see. Do you ever stream on, hang on, do you ever stream on Twitch? No, I don't, Chandri. It's a really nice extra income, and there are lots of artists on there. You know what? I might have a look at that. I know, that's another thought. It is another thought. Yes, because it used to be gaming, didn't it? And now all of a sudden artists. I know Jazza, he's made it really, I think he was one of the first ones that really started that. Jazza's another YouTuber, artist, mega fantastic. Okay, yeah. Let me see. Okay. Here's a question. Do you have do you have to have an ABN number to put on these sites? Louise, I'm not quite sure. I wonder. I've got one. You know, it's only for, I don't know. I'll have to say I don't know for that one. But I must look into it then. Rebecca says, yeah, I do take photos of everything. I don't know if I could get decent prints from the photos, but I could put them on an electric frame or something. Yep. Oh yes, okay, Chandri, it's a great platform and so easy and interactive. Okay, yeah, that's with Twitch you're talking about. I found that scanning high resolution works really well, and then digitally retouching, says Oksana. Okay, Silke says, Chrissy, wow, that looks amazing. Oh, thank you, Silke, thank you very much. Chrissy, love your phone cover. Where can I get it? Redbubble. That's Redbubble. Wayne Dyer was an amazing coacher. He once wrote back and then bought all the copies of his own book. Oh, then bought all the copies of his own book. Okay, what does chess on Twitch? No, it's Will. Will does chess on Twitch. Oh, there you go. Says Carol. Have you watched him play on Twitch, Carol? He loves chess. That's one of his favorites. Okay. Okay, got to go, have an appointment. Okay, Louise, thank you for popping in and saying g'day. Hope to see you again next time. Okay, I just got to make sure that I've got enough pastel down, enough pastel layers. The horizon is about here, right? And then so as we go further in, the horizon is lighter, like further back in the very background, and then as we're coming forward, it's coming lighter and lighter, or sorry, brighter and brighter, or darker and darker as we get down to the bottom. So that's what I'm doing now. So it does look rather funny at the moment, and you probably can't see much, but anyway, these are the very beginnings. I've still got to put quite a bit down, quite a bit of pastel down. It's not moving as much. Okay, you can post a link to your Redbubble on here. Oh, pretty please. Okay. Can you post a link? Oh, there you go, Janice. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, that link, and then what you would do when you set up your profile, because you need to, when you go into Redbubble, you need to set up your profile. Yes, I've watched Will play, and he naturally teaches that also. Wow, that's so good. Yes, when you go into Redbubble, I haven't. Oh my gosh, Oksana! Oh my gosh! Oh, thank you so much. I want to express my tiny support to an amazing artist and a friend whom I value so much in my life. Oh, you are a sweetheart. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. I'll go back to Redbubble. Yeah, with Redbubble, and I know it's Australian, but they've also got a distribution centre in America. I'm sure the US. I'm not quite sure in Europe or the UK, but I know it's Australian and in America and in the US. So depending on where you are. So what you do is you set up your profile, and there will be a whole heap of apparel and all of these things, and what you've got to do is follow the instructions. They tell you what the resolution is of your images to give you the best quality items, or once they're produced. So look at that very carefully. I've got to put a whole heap up there myself. I'm a bit slack on doing that, but yes. But that's just one platform. I know that there are so many others, you know, but remember, you've got to market it yourself. Push it. Listen to me. What is it? Do as I say, not as I do. What? It's so funny. Yeah. Oh, oh, careful. Yeah. So when I get my apron, I'll show you. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm gonna get a like this black shirt that that I always wear. It's like my art shirt, so I don't dirty, or you know, in case I muck up my my other top. So I wear this black shirt. But what I should be doing is wearing a shirt that has my image on here. So I'm getting that. And I'll show you when that comes in as well. So these are the sorts of things. So, you know, and it's a soft way to market yourself. But they're beautiful items too. Like I've had, you know, the quality is really good. I found the quality, yeah, yeah. See this one, for example, this one. Okay, is soft, but you can get like hard covers. You can get ones that are like, you know, fold ones where you can put like cards and stuff like that. But yeah, I've yeah, so, but definitely, oh my gosh, you know, and they're adding products all the time. They don't have everything, of course, but they do add, they're adding products. And it's even really good, say for example, I mean, even if you're not an artist, right, and you wanted to give someone a gift, a unique gift, and you can take some photographs of special memories or whatever it is, and you could give them a gift, you know, maybe not such a print, but it could be a pillowcase, or what else do they? They've got clocks. They've got, oh my gosh, it's just amazing of what they've got. Yeah. Okay, Chrissy, you Janice says, you said the shirts are really comfy. Oh yes, they are. They're the t-shirt material. Oh yes, Janice has seen one of them that I've done. It was just an art piece that I done. It's like an aqua blue, and I happened to wear it when Janice saw it, and she goes, "Oh look, there's your art." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, it is." I've forgotten that it was that, you know, and the quality is really nice. So it's not that cheap, yucky, crappy quality. It's nice quality, and I wouldn't recommend it if I hadn't you know, seen it or felt it myself. You know what? They've even got quilts and you know, quilt covers for single, queen, king. You know, if you're doing up your room, yeah. If you're doing up a child's room and you wanted this, and you've painted something, you know, for your child, and you can, you know, decorate your children's room with a beautiful quilt cover, and so, look, whatever. It's endless. Okay, more online shopping. Yes. What can I say? Well, you know what? This is where you're gonna, this tips and tricks. Well, you know what? I'm putting it out there, and okay, I love when it's good quality for clothes. Yes, and they've got hoodies. I think they've got hoodies. They've got, you know, they've got men's t-shirts. They've got female t-shirts. They've got dresses, skirts, leggings. Oh my gosh, I like. There's scarves, wall hangings. What else have they got? Yeah. Oh yeah, they've got heaps of stuff like that. Okay, Kathy says, going back to the ABN requirements, when entering an art show, I enter as a hobby artist, so no need for ABN. Perhaps sites to sell your art have that as well. I too haven't been pushing my art for sale. There you go. When I enter art shows, I do say that I have an ABN. For those who are not in Australia, ABN is like the number that our taxation office recognises us. I'm just going to put it very simply like that. So when we're doing our tax, if we've earned any money, we have to be quoting that. Or if you're I mean, I am a hobbyist at the moment, but yeah, looking for going full time in the future. So I'm setting myself up for that. Yeah. Now I'm going to draw a line. Well, there is a line here that I can see where the horizon is, so it's still, I can see, that means I haven't put enough pastel down. Yes. Okay, I just signed up to Redbubble a few weeks ago, and they didn't require an ABN. No. Yeah. Yeah, because it's, you know, it's for, yeah, it's for hobbyists, I suppose. All depends how, I don't know. Yeah. This needs a fair amount, this project needs a fair amount of pastel because it's a good size. Oh gosh, here we go. That little bit just keeps on flicking up. Okay. I've got to say, okay, I've got to say you make the best backgrounds. Oh, thank you so much, Oksana. The ABN for us, we have an amount we're allowed to earn before we need, yes, we need on, yes, and that's the same here. It is too like that. There is a cap. Yeah. Yes, same. Okay, all right. Canada's the same. Yeah, I'm sure in Europe too. Like there would be something in place like that. Europe, UK. Oh, and by the way, sorry, I just forgot to mention, sorry, I just wanted to go back to one thing in my Patreon, which I'm actually going to upload today. Just so you know, like one of the other perks that I have on Patreon is that I'm going to be uploading concepts once a month. So I've just got to I've put together one. I've just got to do a line art and upload it, and it's free for patrons to use however you wish. So that's another thing which I wanted to add as a perk, and it's so it's something for you to use when you you know, if you don't know what to paint again. And it could be a tutorial down the track, but it's just a free reference of one of the concepts that I create for you. So that's another perk for those who are joining. You just reminded me of that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting, Kathy. If you're on a pension, I'm pretty sure you should be. Oh, I don't know. Look, I wouldn't know. There's got to be something that you're allowed to do and if you say you're a hobbyist, I wonder. Yeah, it's definitely something that you've got to look into. Okay, Carol says, okay, can you explain this pic? I see a chess piece. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me see if I can. Okay. Let me see if I can create an image. If I can give you the reference. Let me see if I can find it for you. There she is. There's no... I've got to fix the lighting on some of that, but that is pretty much what I'm looking at. And that's something, there's about, let me see, there's 1, 2, there are 3 images there I've put together. So that's the reference that I've created. And I'm calling it magic mushrooms. It's not, I don't know. And she's like a giant. You know what I mean? You know those ones like in Gulliver's Travels where he was a giant and went into the land of all of the little people and stuff like that. Well, this is, I don't know. It has no meaning. There's no meaning with this. It's just what I love is the colours. I love her pose. What else do I like? And I like the shape of the mushrooms. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it be good if we could do this like in the land of the giants? In the land of the little people, and she's like a giant. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so, here I've got to fix the lighting. I've got to fix certain things with that in my piece. But that's me putting once I've got that idea, and then it does sort of change a little bit on here. But that's the idea. That is the idea. Magic mushrooms, that's right. Yep. Yeah, so these are, yeah. So on Patreon, you're going to get things like this. So I've got as I said, I'm going to upload one this weekend for people to have a look at. Okay, let me see. Cherry says, we have a limit in the UK too, and we have national insurance numbers and tax codes. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Yeah. I decided not to put one of the chess pieces in there. I decided not to. And there are two. I decided the one that was in front of the foot, I decided not to put that one in, and I decided not to put one there. So there's three. There's three. You should make her mirror image all waves. Waves? Oh, like as in, like it's like a blurred thing, like not the image, like not her image. Is that what you mean? See, that's what I mean. See, there you go. There you go, Angie. You've just thought of something. There you go. And that's what I mean. So all you've got to do is start with an image and then work your way with that. See, you've done it. You even said it yourself. There you go. See? If I can inspire you to think of something, that's even better. Waves. Yeah. This needs to be warmer. Lighter up here. Yes, blur. Okay, yes, blur spell check. Yeah, there you go. See? There you go. Now, don't tell me that you're overwhelmed because you've got the ideas. You've got the idea. There you go. My job here is done. Still need quite a bit of pastel to go down. You're the best, thanks for the giggle. Yeah, well, there you go. You're welcome, Angie. Have to go now. Thanks, Rebecca. Oh, look, thank you so much, Rebecca, for hanging out. Take care, my dear. Yeah. Yeah. And you see, with her, she's naked underneath, but there's I'm looking forward to doing all of that fabric around her. Of course, I can't wait to do the mushrooms. I mean, wow. But what I'm looking forward to is attacking the fabric and making her body look just beautifully feminine. And yeah, I think, yeah. Wow, pans do cover areas fast, don't they? With PanPastels. What else did I have other questions? Oh, that's another question I wanted to ask. Okay, what subjects do you enjoy painting? That's what I wanted to ask, because I see a lot of pet portraits, I see a lot of animals. I can see that a lot of people love florals as well. I love flowers as well. The type of things that I like to paint is actually quite varied. I mean, I enjoy painting animals, and I incorporate animals in my surreal painting. Sorry, I just read. Sorry, I'll come back to that. Yeah, I incorporate real people, like real. You know, I incorporate real people. I like to paint animals. Let me see. I also enjoy that. I enjoy florals as well, but I like to mix it up and yeah, and it goes back to what I've been talking about this whole time. You know, like just interesting subjects, interesting ways to look at subjects. So yes, it'd be interesting to see what you like. Pam says oceans, landscapes, animals. Lovely. Abigail says I like drawing handsome men. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? And Kathy says I'm disappointed as I thought it was Will with his chess pieces. There you go. I like playing chess too. You know that? I enjoy it. I'm not as passionate about it as Will is, of course, but I love playing chess. If someone said to me, Chrissy, do you want to have a game of chess? I go, yep, come on, bring it out. I've got a beautiful chess piece in my living room, actually. It's really, really nice. And Cherry says, Chrissy, hope you'll show us when you do that fabric. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I may even show you on Patreon. Maybe that. I might even do that. Depends. I may even show you on Patreon how I'll do the fabric. But we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Chrissy, since Patreon, I'm enjoying portraits which I thought would never be qualified before. That's still life, including before still life and including florals. There you go. Oh, I'm so happy that you like doing portraits now, and that's the thing, because I think you're doing really well. That's what I mean as well. I haven't found a favourite subject, but I enjoy details. Yes. That's really good to have, like that you know, that sense of detail, and I've seen it in so much of your work, Cherry, and it's amazing. I don't do as many details as probably I should. Sometimes I get a bit lazy with details. Depends on the subject, of course, you know what I mean, if I want to show detail. Although I do admire and love portraits, still learning though. Well, you're going really well. Chrissy, do you play chess? I haven't played in much. Yes, of course, I love it. I love all sorts of games, actually. I love card games. I love poker. I love Texas Hold'em. I love playing board games. I love Scrabble. What else do I like? I like all of that stuff. So I guess it all comes under that. But yes, the short answer, yes. Okay, and Janice says, I'm into abstract right now. Cool stuff, and I've seen it and it looks beautiful. Never thought I would like that at all. There you go. And you know what? Abstract art, after trying to do it myself too, it's not easy either. You know, it's not easy. Okay. Yes. Not easy at all. I think I need to put more blue up here, so bear with me. Because the reason why I'm doing that is because when I start to put the clouds in, I want the clouds to pop. So there are certain areas where I want there is blue, and there's also a Payne's grey as well that I'd like to include in that a little bit, and that's maybe not so much that. There. Yes. And you know what? Sometimes it's really, when we're talking about things to paint, sometimes I look at something and I'm thinking, oh, because I'm just in the middle of creating this unusual mad scientist / steampunk as well. Like, I really like steampunk as well. And it's on the border of being a little bit creepy, but because he's smiling, when you see it, because he's smiling, I'm thinking, well, okay, I might be able to get away with that one. But, you know, sometimes, yeah, it can get a bit creepy. Oh, dear. Yeah. Okay, and Jenna says, yes, art has taken over my apartment. I'm in the middle of moving my living room into the art room and my art room into the living room. Never enough time and never enough space, ever. That's it. We're always wanting more space. Yes. Always. That's so funny. Kathy says, Chrissy, I think Payne's grey has blue in it, and the black pan some red. Is that right? I wonder. Hang on. Okay, this is black. So let me. Interesting. Okay, I've got to find out what that is then. PBK7. Hang on, which way? And PBK11, I've got to find out what that is, what 11 is. I wonder if anyone knows. That's interesting. That's black. Yes, there's black. And this is Payne's grey. And here we go. We've got PB29. It looks like it's got a bit of blue. I think it's PY42. Is that yellow? There's PBK7. That's the black. And it looks like it's got PW6. Would that be white? Yes. PW6 is white. So that's titanium white. So that's what that is. Interesting. Interesting, yeah. You know which color I really like for clouds and for sky, for unusual skies, is the turquoise. Turquoise extra dark. It's got well, it's got a bit of black. We know. Well, the PBK is 7. I've got to see what it's got. A bit of blue. Right, that PB. Would that be blue? I'm not sure. And then there's PG. I've got to find out what all of that means, but I'm sure that they mean something. Yeah. So I really like that colour. Good pickup. Interesting. Okay. And Debbie says, my favourite subjects to create are pastel portraits of my grandchildren. Oh, that's so lovely. Yes. Then I enjoy doing pet portraits and florals with coloured pencils or pastels. Oh, that's wonderful. That's so nice. And it's nice to paint something that you enjoy, isn't it? Because it just makes the paintings flow regardless. You know what I mean? Yes, most definite. What have I got here? Okay, what's everyone's favourite colour? I personally love indigo blue in any shape or form. It's also great, a black replacement. For shadows especially, yes, for sure. Well, some would say, for me, it would be raw umber, extra dark. Some people would say that, seeing as I use that a lot for my darks. But my favourite is violet, and that dioxazine violet, you know, that strong, rich violet. Not purple, purple, of course I like those, but it's that strong, royal violet. That's, I don't even know how to describe it. So that would be my favourite colour. There you go. Angie says, I love magenta. Kathy says, sometimes if using black on its own, it looks dirty. Yes. No. It is not just you. Definitely. Yeah. And that's why sometimes, that's why sometimes I won't use black on its own. I will mix other colours depending on the area. Most definitely. That's a very good tip, very good point. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is good. Janice says PBK7 is black. Yes. PBK11, okay, that's also a black, right? PB29 is blue, and PY42 is yellow. PW, okay, all right. So if we were going to go here, well, that explains that one, Janice. There you go. PBK7 and PBK11 is black. There you go. And that is black, the pan black. 29 blue, yep, okay. Well, that's cool. Thank you so much for that. Okay, Pam says she loves, Pam loves reds. Sorry, hang on. Red. Debbie says low bright colours in love bright colours in general. Yes, oh, I love colours. I love lots of bright colours. Yes, very vibrant. Okay, does P stand for pigment? Yes, says Janice. Okay, I just love colours. There you go, says Oksana. Hubby is watching with me. He says his favourite colour is clear. Well, Nolani's hubby, that's not a colour. And I know he's joking. I know. Yes, that's very funny. Very funny. Okay, Kathy says, I love colour too, and my art My art is colourful, even if the references. Okay, isn't yes, yeah. Well, that's what I mean. You're the artist. You have artistic license. You change it however you like, and that's what I'm going to do here as well. Don't think for a minute I'm not going to change this. And it's only just a guide. You know, it's only just a guide. The reference. Cherry says, I love turquoise colours, like these. Yeah, like these, and like turquoise green, it's almost like a sea green, like, you know, like an ocean green, like those ocean aqua colors too. Yes, oh, I love those colors. Oh my gosh, I think I talk too much. All right, okay, I tell you what, here we go. Okay, so hang on, I'll just take this. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is very much laying down all of the colors, where I want my lights to be, where I want my darks to be. My next thing, I'll probably be painting in the clouds and working out where my horizon line is about there, and it will get lighter still. And yeah, so that's it for today. And I just wanted to say, well, thank you so much for hanging around. You are awesome. You are all awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you again to Janice, who's moderating the stream. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all next time. Same Chrissy time, same Chrissy channel. Okay, well, everyone have a lovely weekend and a lovely week. And I'll see you again soon.